Of course, it is Remembrance Day.
At the Weather Network, it is Monday. It is November the 11th. It is cold. It is going to be wet. And some areas, Tom, are going to be seeing significant snowfall.
Yeah, it's not a good forecast. But the good news is, for the most part, for Remembrance Day, looked pretty good for the services. There are some showers tracking in later on this morning, so it could be some light rain showers, but hopefully it's going to hold off until after Remembrance Day services and the like, so we'll have to watch that.
Well, this snow, it's going to be like a, I don't know, I was going to say a slap in the face, but does that mean?
Well, it's going to be a slap in the face.
The mix, it is not going to be an intense snowfall per se, but you're certainly going to feel the chill.
Yeah, it's just cold air mass starting to settle down, and they've had frigid temperatures out west over the weekend. So
yeah, it could be worse.
It could be a whole lot worse. Kevin Yard is heading up to the Hamilton, the airplane heritage up there.
That's exactly what we're going to be seeing today as well. We'll get into your long range in just a few minutes, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom. He has an update on traffic. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It is Monday. It is November the 11th. It is no longer fall. It is now going to transition into winter. I mean, the calendar says fall, but our conditions, very winter-like today.
Yeah, the cold air is still settling down, unfortunately, and that's going to get colder as the week progresses. So get ready for a taste of winter.
Oh, it's not going to be pretty, but right now it's actually not too bad. Let's take a look at our current temperatures. We're seeing really start to drop behind the cold front.
I guess this means I have to empty my shed out to get at my snow shovel.
Yes.
It's right at the back.
Of course it is.
Oh, well, I guess I'll delve into that today sometime.
Yeah, I need to take our snowblower in to get it maintenanced. But you know what, though? We live in Toronto.
Yeah.
And we barely get any snow compared to other people.
Well, that's true.
We really do. We're lucky.
No, we're lucky.
We're really lucky.
No, yeah, we're lucky.
We complain about it all the time, and people say, wait a minute. Like the prairie provinces, right now they're like minus 20.
They've had some brutal weather over the weekend, really, really cold air compared to what we're going to see.
They're like, you Southern Ontario, you're a bunch of babies.
A bunch of wimps. Mind you, time to change your washer fluid, check your tires, all those things. If you still have summer in there, when you go to spray it, it could freeze.
Oh, and winter range forecast, we'll get to all those details. But first, here's Tom with traffic. Well, we're only going to be cold for a couple of days. I know you're thinking, okay, that's good news. So we're looking at 2 degrees for tomorrow. That is going to be the best we get. 3 degrees for Wednesday and through Hamilton. And then by Thursday, we're back up to 7. By Friday, we're back up to seasonal, which is 9 degrees for this time of year. So just a couple of days of pretty cold weather, and then we will return to where we should be. Spare the worst. We'll get to Vietnam in just a moment. First, to the Philippines, where one of the hardest hit towns is now strewn with what used to be homes. Haiyan is now moving through mainland Asia after making landfall in northern Vietnam Monday around 5 a.m. local time. We'll take a look at your forecast in just a few moments, but first I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds. He has an update on your morning commute.
Make everyone in your family smile.
If you are escaping the cold temperatures and you're off to sunny Florida, we'll take a look at some of the conditions you can expect to see in the next few days. Sarasota, we're looking at 29, and through Tampa, 28 degrees. Jacksonville, 24, lots of sunshine. For Tuesday, we are going to be seeing some cloud cover, but temperatures staying in the mid to high 20s throughout Florida. And then for Wednesday, we are going to see some rain. The temperatures cooling down slightly for the next few days. Hi there, good morning. Happy Monday. It is Monday. It is November the 11th. Thanks so much for joining us here at the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic.
And I'm Tom Reynolds. Can you say Happy Monday?
Of course you
It's
can.
an oxymoron.
No, it's not.
It is. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Oh, all right.
Some people really enjoy Mondays.
Do
they
they?
get to kick off their work week, and they're in a good mood,
Full of
and they're
bigger
ready.
mentality, the temperatures are dropping like a stone, and there's snow in the forecast.
Let's show it.
How's that for a Monday?
Let's show it. Here's the rain and the snow on the way.
He's going to be heading up to the Canadian Warplane Heritage for Remembrance Day services up there, so it's going to be great to have the background of the Lancaster and all the other fighters there. Absolutely.
Yesterday, the cool down, it's on its way. I'll let you know how long it's going to last coming up in your long range. But first, Tom, what's going on the roads? It's cold tomorrow. We're only seeing a daytime high of 2. Manila's well below our seasonal average. We should be around 8 for this time of year. We warm up slightly for Wednesday to 4 degrees and then back to seasonal values for Thursday and into Friday and Saturday. So just be prepared for the cold air and the potential for icy roads tomorrow as we see these snow squalls move in through the GTA tonight and into tomorrow. It's all about the cold and the snow that's going to be moving in through southern Ontario. But have you ever heard that saying, it could be worse? Let's take a look at how it could be worse. This video was sent in by one of our viewers through Lethbridge, Alberta, of their lovely little dog, not a little dog, but a lovely dog, playing with a big chunk of ice. Now, temperatures, they were seeing temperatures into the minus 30s. Yeah, that's without the wind chill. So in through Spiritwood, minus 32.5, Saskatoon, minus 24.8, even in through Winnipeg, a minus 15.1. So that really just puts things into perspective for us. Now, all of that cold air, it's moving its way through southern Ontario. And yesterday, our daytime highs were at about 7 degrees, 8 degrees. We were looking at 6.2 through Borden. So we're calling that colder. Imagine what it was like across the Prairie provinces, stepping out your front door into minus 30-degree temperature. No thanks. But the cold air is on the way, and it is going to be bringing us some snow. It's going to be higher elevations through Collingwood and through London and Kincardine, where we could see about 5 to 10 centimeters, and then the bullet is going to be around Strathroy, where we could see 10 to 15 centimeters. How it's going to play out, we're looking at mostly rain along the shores of Erie and Ontario, a little bit of mixing further north this morning as the cold front starts to approach, and then by the afternoon and in through the evening, that's where we're going to see our best chance of some mixing through the Toronto area and up towards Barrie, and then it starts to develop as full snow as temperatures really start to drop. So through the overnight tonight, we are going to be into the minus, low single digits, so we're looking at minus 3, minus 2. And unfortunately, we're not going to be warming up. Now, our wind chill this evening, is going to feel closer to minus 6. So keep that in mind if you're out and about. Just make sure you dress for the rapidly changing conditions today and into tonight. All right, I'm going to turn things over to Tom Reynolds. He has an update on your commute.
That make everyone in your family smile.
If you are escaping the cold and heading to sunny Florida, we'll take a look at the conditions for the next few days. We are seeing lots of sunshine for Monday afternoon and through Orlando, 28 degrees. Fort Lauderdale also getting up to 28. Miami looks good, 28 degrees. Through Tuesday, we do have a system approaching, so we are going to be seeing some cloud cover through Sarasota and through Tampa, but temperatures still quite mild. And then some areas are going to be dealing with a little bit of rain come midweek. Orlando showers and 18 degrees. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It is Monday, it is November the 11th, and it is a very cool start to the day. We do want to show this lovely picture. This is from Ming Cow, and this is in Mississauga, Ontario. I'm standing right over the name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read it through my skirt. It's
nice
happening.
Picture there.
Beautiful picture of a rainbow right over the sky. Stunning. Thank you so much. If you want to upload pictures or videos, upload.theweathernetwork.com.
Yes.
Yes.
Lots of great photos coming in over the weekend. Of course, horrific photos down in the devastation down in the Philippines. Awful. We'll talk more about that coming up in the next 10 or so minutes. First, let's check in with Kevin Yard. He's in Hamilton at the Heritage War Museum. Thanks so much, Kevin. We'll take a look at the precipitation as it's moving through, getting closer to the city of Toronto, and unfortunately it looks as though we may see some light rain for many of the Remembrance Day ceremonies that are going to be taking place, but it's going to be light rain. So if you're just heading out, if you are prepared to go to work and then hit a Remembrance Day ceremony, bring your umbrella and your rain jacket. You just might need them both. All right, we'll talk about your long-range forecast in a moment, but first, here's Tom with an update on traffic. Well, if you don't like cold temperatures, you're not going to love tomorrow because we're only going to be getting up to a daytime high of 2. But we gradually start to warm up for Wednesday, 4 degrees, and then 7 for Thursday. We're looking at 9 for Friday through Hamilton. So the cool down is going to be short-lived. We're going to be seeing a daytime high of 1 through Oshawa tomorrow. And keep in mind, we could be dealing with slippery roads with lake effect snow coming in tonight and tomorrow. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's Monday. It is the 11th of November, and even though it's still fall, we have got winter-like conditions moving right in.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And we're hoping Remembrance Day services don't get rained on. There is some rain showers on the way, so take your umbrella if you are heading out for 11 o'clock.
Before we check in with Kevin in Hamilton, we want to showcase this beautiful picture sent in from Ming in Mississauga. Beautiful rainbow, cloud cover, blue sky, stunning shot. Thank you so much. Upload.theweathernetwork.com is where you can send all your pictures and video. All right. Thanks so much, Kevin. Well, here's a look at the showers that could be putting a damper on some ceremonies this morning. We are going to be seeing light rain moving into the Toronto area in the next few hours, and then behind that, temperatures are cold enough that we're actually going to be seeing some snow. I know. I'll get to all these details in just a few moments, but first, here's Twn Ev traffic. Well, we do have a snow squall watch in place, and this is for areas around Strathroy through London and Exeter up towards Midland, Barrie, and Alliston. This is for tonight. Temperatures are going to be dropping significantly behind the cold front, and that's going to stir up some lake effect snow. So just be cautious if you are going to be traveling just to the west of Toronto. We could see some very slippery road conditions with dropping temperatures. We'll get to Vietnam in just a moment. First, to the Philippines, where one of the hardest hit towns is now strewn with. Haiyan is now moving through mainland Asia after making landfall in northern Vietnam Monday around 5 a.m. local. We're going to check in with Kevin Yard now. He joins us live in Hamilton this morning at the Hamilton Airport, the Warplane Heritage Museum. And Kevin, there's some very interesting aircraft behind you right now. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's Monday. It is the 11th of November. You're watching the Weather Network. And before we get into your forecast details and before we get to Kevin, we want to showcase this beautiful picture sent in by Ming through Mississauga, Ontario. Rainbow, blue sky, dark sky. We've got some really great photographers out there, Tom.
We do indeed, and thanks for sending in those pictures. Keep sending them.
Upload.theweathernetwork.com is where you can upload them. Thanks, Kevin. Now, today we are going to be seeing some showers moving in. Unfortunately, they could be just in time for the Remembrance Day ceremony, so make sure you wear your rain jacket because temperatures are a little cool, and maybe pack an umbrella. We'll talk more about the snow on the way in just a moment, but first, here's Twn Ev traffic. Well, we've got snow on the way for this afternoon and in through tonight. Toronto, at best, we're going to be seeing flurries, but areas to the west and south and even to the north of us could be picking up close to 10 centimeters. Reason, well, we do have a snow squall watch in effect for some areas as well. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. It is the 11th of November. We'd like to showcase this beautiful shot behind us from Ming from Mississauga. Beautiful shot of a rainbow, blue sky, dark sky. Oh, we love to see your photos and videos. Just upload them to upload.theweathernetwork.com.
Yeah, and we certainly appreciate all these pictures, so keep sending them for sure.
Kevin Yard is joining us live this morning. He's in Hamilton at the Heritage Warplane Museum, and we have seen some pretty cool stuff. Kevin, where are you and what are you talking about right now? Thanks so much, Kevin. Interesting enough, if you sit down with Tom Reynolds, you will learn a lot about those planes as well. He knows his stuff. He's a pilot, but he's really a traffic pilot. But we'll get to that in a moment. All right, we've got rain and we've got snow coming in. Temperatures are going to be cool for the Remembrance Day ceremonies. Bring your umbrella because we will need it because the shower's just starting to move in through the GTA right now. This is going to transition into snow. I know, not many people are loving this, but some people are excited. A lot of areas around Strathroy could see about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. Areas through downtown Toronto, we're looking at wet snow this afternoon and in through this evening. We do have snow squall watches in place, not through the city of Toronto, but areas north and down towards the southwest. All right, here's Tom now with an update on traffic. It's going to be cold for at least 1 or 2 days. We've got temperatures only getting up to 2 degrees tomorrow. We can thank all that cold air coming in behind the cold front. But we do warm up by the end of the week. We return to more seasonal values. We are checking in with Kevin Yard on this Remembrance Day. He is in Hamilton at the Heritage Warplane Museum. And Kevin, an interesting plane right in front of you there. What is that? We'll get to Vietnam in just a moment. First, to the Philippines, where one of the hardest hit towns is now strewn with what used to be home. Hi there, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. It is the 11th of November, Remembrance Day. Kevin Yard is joining us live from Hamilton this morning. He's at the Canadian Heritage Warplane Museum, and we have seen some really spectacular aircraft. He's spoken to some wonderful people. Remembrance Day, it's something that everybody needs to take part in.
My uncle Russ just passed away. He was 89 years old. He was 17. During the war when he joined up. He had to lie about his age, actually. And my dad was about 19 when they went into Dad was in the Air Force and my uncle was in the artillery.
And how old's Liam now?
Liam's 15.
Could you imagine him in 2 years going to war?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of these young boys, they were just, just barely 20 years old and off to battle.
17, they're babies.
Yeah, just young kids.
Wow. Okay, well, we're going to check in with Kevin in just a few moments. First, let's take a look at the radar. We're starting to see, just because we're not in it through Toronto and Hamilton and Mississauga and Oakville doesn't mean we're not going to be seeing these snow squalls. They're going to be pretty intense coming off the lakes. We'll talk to Tom in just a few moments, but first, let's check in with Kevin. He is in Hamilton. And Kevin, it looks as though all the preparations are underway for the ceremony at 11 o'clock. Hi there, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. We are Canada's #1 source for complete and accurate weather, and we've got some active weather to let you know about today. First of all, I want to thank Ming from Mississauga for sending in this beautiful shot. If you've got pictures or videos, we'd love to see them. Upload them to upload.theweathernetwork.com. Rain on the way before we see snow. Less than 5 millimeters. Cold front still approaching the GTA. Once we get into the rain, the cold front's going to move through. Temperatures are going to cool down dramatically, and we're going to be left with snow squalls. This is going to be more so this afternoon, evening, through the overnight, and then through tomorrow morning. Snow squall watch in effect areas north and to the southwest of us. Tonight is a big night. Storm Hunters Week continues. Here is a preview of what you'll see of nature's fury. An episode not to be missed airing tonight on the Weather Network. Stay with us. More forecast details on the snow just ahead. Hey, and while we cool down, temperatures out west are slowly warming up. They have been into the -20s to -30s as daytime lows. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Weather Network. I'm Emily Vukovic. Remembrance Day today, a lot of people are going to be taking part in ceremonies right across the province. We are going to be seeing some rain moving in through the southern part of Ontario, and then it's slowly going to transition into snow later on this afternoon. Kevin Yard is in Hamilton this morning. He is at the Heritage Warplane Museum. And Kevin, all the people are getting ready for the ceremony that's taking place this morning at 11. Thanks so much, Kevin. And bring an umbrella if you're heading to any of the ceremonies this morning. We're starting to see a line of showers move through and then temperatures dropping behind the cold front. And it looks as though some areas could pick up anywhere between 5 to 10, possibly even 15 centimeters by tomorrow.
This weather segment has been brought to you by REMAX.